So the background I envisioned to be kind of like space background, like universe.
Yeah.
Galaxy can be relatively colorful, right? Maybe you can incorporate some trash polka style, like hexagon pattern.
Where do you even come up with these ideas?
The air balloon is like a ball, right? I was thinking to be more like a cube.
I don't know what to do at this point. I am...
In this week's Elimination tattoo, we'll be using only black. You'll be able to dilute your ink, make it gray. Black and gray is one of the oldest forms of tattooing.
Most black and gray is derived from, old prison style, working with single needle.
We're testing you on shading, so your final product should look three-dimensional.
When you say black and gray, we're talking about watered down black, not opaque gray or the color gray. I do a ton of black and gray, so I'm pretty comfortable. I'm not really worried.
So let's meet your canvases. Come on in, guys.
Where on your head were you thinking?
Everything that is covered by hair right now, I would like to be covered by tattoo.
Billy looks distraught. He has that I'm going home look on his face once he failed the first time. I don't think the judge is gonna give him a pass.
That's what we attempted yesterday, and we couldn't finish. It's just too much. So maybe focus in one area. We could either do a side panel or the whole top.
I actually don't like either of those
Neither.
looks.
Okay.
I would like to have it look like that I've got a head of hair, basically.
Right.
The only thing working against me at this point is my client. Because of him, I'm putting myself at risk.
That's a tough one.
I think it's this claw's throwing me off.
Too hand-like?
Yeah.
Okay.
My stencils are very complex. I put a lot of information and detail into them. I think that this scared the hell out of my client, and he started freaking out a little bit.
All right, we'll fix that real quick. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. If not, we can throw it here, or we can put it here. It is a design that I like. I just don't know if it's a design that I would want to put on my head.
This client was very picky, very uncertain. My clients are gonna be the death of me.
All right, guys, 4 hours to go.
We're an hour into the challenge, and he still hasn't made up his mind, and I'm starting to worry that he may never.
Screw this, you're losing time on this. Let's put an orb there, then have a couple claws grabbed around it.
Okay.
Pretty simple. And then let's have it right on my thigh.
Okay. After all of the discussions and all of the changes, we agreed on the original idea, but we're putting it on the thigh. I'm irritated because he wasted a lot of my time, and time's running out.
Can you help sliding this out of the way?
With the late start, there's some things I'd like to do. There's a lot of white highlights that I'm not gonna get to.
Billy's working on some sort of Japanese, I don't know what you call it, if it's a god or Baku. I personally feel like I went a little too dark. It's gonna be hard to get a decent tattoo out of that.
Billy. What happened? I want to hear your...
Well, he came in thinking we could do the whole head. Today when we got in, we made a few simple modifications, but by that time, he had just been contemplating and kind of knew that we were running out of time and, made the call. We're gonna have to switch it and put it on the leg.
It's not even finished. It doesn't have front teeth because you blacked them out.
Actually, an elephant's top teeth aren't very visible from that angle.
Actually, this part right here would have teeth because it only has the trunk that comes off on the real Japanese design.
As the trunk casts a shadow over the front teeth and
Dude, we'll get any Google image you want up right now. This is just traditional Japanese.
But the client asked for me to take different elements of the traditional Japanese. He wanted more of an elephant face. He also wanted to give it more tiger-like ears.
I'll say that ear looks more like a Dorito chip than a tiger ear. No spots, no tail, no nothing.
Didn't ask for him, didn't want him. The tail actually would not be visible if it was coming out of a black cavern.
Dude, you've come close on a lot of tattoos, but this tattoo this doesn't look like you did it.
For this elimination tattoo, we're going new school.
New school's more cartoony, pop vibe. You can exaggerate stuff. You can go as crazy as you want.
New school tattoos are bold, bright, and include fantastical designs.
My canvas wants a sun and a moon tattoo on her upper back.
We might not even need this.
All around?
No, we do.
What I'm trying to figure out now is the design. It's almost impossible because she's constantly contradicting herself.
I don't want the face.
So I can use
you could do the face. It's up to you. I mean, honestly.
You don't say it's up to me, because then you just change your mind instantly. Don't say it's because you said it's up to me about 8 times.
I want it to look good.
I know, but you're very picky.
Should I trust you? Should I not trust you?
But you're not
trusting
me. Every time you say it's up to me, you're like, oh, it's not. So I'm drawing things, and then you're like,
because you're not sure of yourself.
I don't even know what to do. I just don't know how to handle this.
Actually, I do have another idea.
What do you want?
It's basically a heart.
It's your call right now, but like, definitely need to settle on something. You said you didn't really want it cartoony, so I colored it darker.
Oh, wow. That's on the ball.
Cool.
I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, give me a hug. It was hard. Cool. My canvas has like 5 personalities. She goes from being psycho crazy to giving me hugs, just crazy. Check it out. Very centered. I mean, it's not a symmetrical design.
Getting tattooed by Nick is gonna be a total challenge, and I'm a little nervous. You better do it right. That's a little high.
You want to go lower?
Yeah.
All right. She's got a couple weird requests, but she's being a good client. I'm actually relieved. Hallelujah.
To tell you the truth, it looks ugly.
Okay.
You see those 3 spikes? That doesn't look right.
You kept telling me to do whatever I want.
You went overboard with those thins. I don't like it at all. That's not in the drawing. Why did you do that? You're freaking me out, oh my God. All right, we have to fix this.
For some reason, the 5 little magenta spikes I add totally destroyed the entire tattoo for her.
This is insane. You added that without telling me.
Why would you sit back down?
You said more magenta, I said yes. You didn't say magenta spikes. That is not my style.
If someone's not happy with permanent work that's on their body, that's a really justified reason to freak out.
But there's spikes on the vines. How is spikes not your style?
You're making me even angrier. I mean, who wants to get work done by, like, a prick?
You don't do that. And especially it's on my back, I can't see it. You're taking advantage of that.
Dude, that chick is nuts in there, man.
I need something other than this.
I really don't want to change it. I like it.
Are you kidding me?
That girl in there screaming like that, man.
Remember who designed the whole tattoo?
Oh, give me a break.
That's what I thought.
Nick is just a really nice guy. There are some clients that you cannot be that nice to.
You just said you're not changing it. And that's what this is about. You're not changing it. Because you're not changing it because it's your work. Is that what this is?
She's just crazy. I'm in the biggest tattoo competition and she's just not giving me any leeway. Just digging my grave for me.
You freaked me out. Almost had a panic attack.
This is one of the best tattoos she even has on her body. I just never want to deal with a client like this ever again.
Nick, did she want a Sacred Heart?
She had 50 other ideas. This is the last thing we had drawn up. She was absolutely insane.
At times like that, you just have to be able to work with her.
It was just crazy. She's just a little off the wall.
What's coming out of the heart?
Smoke.
Smoke? We really think it looks like a used tissue. Why would you put magenta around a red heart?
I was just under the impression that new school was weird.
That's not right. It's done to be done. When you do tattoos, have a rhyme or reason. You're your tattoo up.
Unfortunately, someone has to go home. I think this tattoo drops you down a little bit and may put you in that category.
Lalo and Nick did not impress the judges with your use of color. That can only mean that you two are in the bottom. Nick.
Your tattoo, that's the most simple thing you could have possibly done, ever.
I wish you could understand. I tried my hardest on this. With what I was dealing with her, it was literally impossible.
You're not changing it. And that's what this is about. You're not changing it. Because you're not changing it because it's your work. Is that what this is?
I can't even believe there's a tattoo on skin to show you guys because she was an impossible client.
You did the most apprentice-drawn tattoo of everybody.
If I would have done what she wanted, like this is me changing it. I did the thicker outlines. Like I tried to make it new school.
You know, in our profession, you know, Dave and I, we're stepping out in front of the world every night, whether I'm playing with a bad ankle or a broken finger on my shooting hand. None of that matters. All they care about is my numbers. Whether he's sick, all they care about is music. You know, at the end of the day, all these people are gonna care about is the tattoo. What you're doing is staying on these people's bodies for the rest of their lives.
The judges have decided. Nick, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
At the end of the day, we gotta let somebody go.
Need you to pack up your machines, go home.
I would still be in the competition if I got a canvas that was more open. My canvas is definitely the reason I'm going home. I didn't know how to put up with her. The whole thing is just upsetting. It just sucks that I had to be put out of the competition because of that.
Today, you'll be going head-to-head on the same canvas at the same time. Because you must create interlocking tattoos.
This is crazy. I've never done anything like this.
Each of you must tattoo one of your canvas's forearms. Not only must each forearm stand alone as a complete piece, but when your canvas's forearms are touching, both tattoos must seamlessly connect to create one larger, impressive image.
What the hell? Let me just hear exactly what you wanted again.
2 dragons fighting.
Like a Chinese Oriental style dragon?
Kind of. I like the different type of Godzilla monsters.
Some more medieval looking?
Not medieval, just something unique.
I am so freaking stressed out of my mind right now. What we were thinking about is black dragons. You feel me?
Yeah.
Do you like the ideas of that? If you're gonna come and ask me for a tattoo, you better open your mouth and tell me what you want. I'm gonna spend all night drawing this, and if you come in here and we're not on the same page, you're gonna me out of a $100,000 tattoo. There's people you don't want to with in life. Your heart surgeon, your hairstylist, and don't with your tattoo artist. What's happening, guys?
I like the look of this dragon, but instead of go with 2 dragons, if we could go with 1 dragon connecting between the 2 arms.
They're not gonna look good singularly on their own. You're gonna have one arm that just has some parts of body on it.
Isn't like maybe this part has the head and then goes through like some sort of hole or I don't know, and then like it might have some wings and then go back around to the bottom part. And
is it your goal today to give me a goddamn heart attack, or what are we
No, I
calling
don't
it?
want to give you a heart attack.
Okay, well, I need to know what you're thinking, bro.
I just feel like it's gonna be kind of big.
You're a grown man. Let's give you a big boy tattoo and make it badass. There comes a time when you have to trust your tattoo artist. You need to sit down, shut the up, and hold on for the ride.
All right, we can do it.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm gonna take care of you. Trust me on this.
All right.
What do you think?
It's awesome, man. Good job.
Chris, who doesn't even do Japanese, did a way better tattoo than Jason. It's obvious that his anxiety is getting to him again. He's slipping. He's definitely not performing at the level that he thinks that he can. You want to be Ink Master? Not gonna happen this way, buddy.
Chris and Jason, how did you guys collectively land on this concept?
We both decided we were going to do Japanese dragons.
Overall, it's one piece. Obviously, you see the red flame that trickles from one side to the next. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of interlocking.
I think you totally miss working together on the bottom, on the ending of the tattoo. Could have easily found a way to flow those 2 things together with loose shapes.
Chris.
I look at this dragon, it's very legible. I can follow the twist of this dragon around, leaving the face kind of protruding out towards the front. It makes it more readable from a distance.
Jason, I'm having a hard time picking out this guy's lower jaw.
It's forward, it's protruding.
But there's nothing coming off of the bottom jaw.
I understand what you're saying, but it's because the angle of his head is coming at you more like...
It looks weird, man. It looks like an old man.
Japanese being your specialty, it should be ironclad. This should be very legible. And the fact that it's hard to read and hard to see what's going on is troubling for me.
Final answer?
Chris.
I'm going with Chris.
I'm going with Chris. Chris beat you out on the face. You lost this battle to somebody that doesn't do this. I'm pretty let down on this one.
This week, we're testing gradation.
Gradation is going from super dark to super light and having a nice smooth transition in between.
There is no better test of gradation than a black and gray tattoo.
I'm known for bold color tattoos, not my black and gray work. This is gonna be tough.
If your blacks aren't dark enough to smoothly transition to light tones, you will not achieve gradation, and your tattoo will end up a gray, unreadable mess. And you must tattoo one of the most iconic black and gray images. Christ on the cross.
Jesus is such a recognizable image. Any mistakes are gonna be seen from a mile away. The room for error just got smaller.
We only have 6 hours to do this. What were the other things you mentioned?
Curtains on the outskirt, tribal outline of the word tetelestai. I wanted that on my shoulders above the ominous clouds.
Just this tattoo alone is gonna take 6 hours. This guy doesn't have any tattoos and he wants the whole kitchen sink in one tattoo. I'm not afraid of any kind of challenge at all, but you want a 40-hour tattoo in 6. 19 years of experience under my belt leads up to this moment right now.
It's a black and white Jesus
for
on
sure,
the cross.
For sure, but I don't want to shoot my own foot. If I don't put my money where my mouth is, I could be out of this competition.
The other thing that I was thinking about wanting was tribal on the top of my shoulders. The bottom, I was already thinking of something else.
I picked the tattoo version just for Clean. This guy knows nothing about tattoos and wants 10,000 things in this design. Clean tries to get into my head, now it's my turn to get into his head.
I'm all for giving you exactly what you want, but what you want isn't possible.
Knew it. You guys are BFFs now, aren't you?
Did you know that he wants a tribal going from shoulder blade to shoulder blade?
Sounds awesome.
Do you feel that I could do a Jesus on a cross and a huge tribal going across his whole entire shoulder blades in 6 hours?
In this competition, there's nothing that you can't do.
It's true.
You're unstoppable.
It's true.
You're an incredible force here.
True.
Nobody can touch you, right?
True.
So why don't you take on the challenge?
Well, because I'm not going to shoot my foot and start a tattoo that I can't finish. I feel I'm very versatile. I can adapt to any style. Mark tried to knock me down with this tattoo. It's not gonna happen. This is where experience speaks. I might not know how to do much, but I do know how to tattoo. There ain't no stopping me. Tell me what you think.
For the first time in this competition, Clean needs to be worried about going home. The most important part of a Jesus tattoo is the face, and Clean royally messed this thing up. I made him take off a super clean cape and prove that he has flaws.
Clean. Face, man, what happened there?
It's Jesus on a cross in pain.
You kept it real with me, so I owe you the same respect. The face, it sucks, bro. Right now, Jesus is looking like a Muppet, man. But you're lucky because everything else is badass. The gradation in all the body, it's soft, you know, and nice. I like how you did some outline on the arms and the wrists so that it separates it from the cross. It's a good tat, man.
Just looking at the richness of the two blacks, comparing them side by side, Tommy's black is really, really black. And if you look at yours, it doesn't show as packed and solid. And that's the difference.
Today, you must tattoo Technicolor hot air balloons.
What? What is that, man?
Like every color.
Oh my gosh. You're blowing hot air at my ass, right?
You must make sure every tiny detail is on point.
This is gonna be painful.
It has to be Technicolor, right? So
Yes, that's the only thing I want to talk to you about because I know steampunk isn't Technicolor.
So the background I envision to be kind of like space background, like universe.
Yeah.
Galaxy can be relatively colorful,
So,
right? Maybe you can incorporate some trash polka style, like hexagon pattern.
Where do you even come up with these ideas?
The air balloon is like a ball, right? I was thinking to be more like a cube.
I don't know what to do at this point. I am... Jesus. I'm terrified right now because my canvas has tissue paper skin, which means that every line I do is almost a blowout. You're doing amazing and I really appreciate it. This impacts everything because I have to go twice as slow. Boy, oh boy.
Deanna.
It looks rough. This is wall-to-wall over saturation, just pounded. Breathability, open skin, in this small, tight of a thing is your friend, for sure.
The rough part on the wheel, is that trauma or is it not?
With no actual cuts, but you go over it too many times, it's gonna heal rougher. It just, I mean, that's just what it is.
Steve's trying to save his team.